Hi everybody, my name is Jens Larsen. So this morning when I was having my coffee, I was watching a YouTube video by Rick Beato. If you don't know Rick, you should definitely check out his channel because there's a lot of great stuff. He does a lot of stuff with harmony, also sort of the gray area between what is modern jazz and what is modern classical. And also there are some videos on analyzing jazz guitar player styles. So there's some Wes and some Metheny and some Joe Pass also. It's really great stuff what he does. Which is why I'm watching it also. And the video that he made and published was on 4 jazz progressions that you can use for pop music. And he played them on piano, and I thought it would be a nice idea to just try and move them to guitar, because I think Rick himself is a guitar player and they actually can be translated to guitar quite well, I think. Let's just get to that. So the first progression is A flat minor 7 with an 11 to a D flat 7 altered to an E minor 7. And that sounds like this. So in this progression I can actually keep the chords pretty much intact. I can play the bass note as well. And then I changed this voicing, the D flat 7 altered voicing, because I wanted to keep the bass note in there. I think the one he plays is this. But if I do that I can't play the bass note at the same time, I would have to do this. And then in this key we can also add the bass note to the E minor 7. So that's why I did that. The second example sounds like this. So here, the important thing that happens here, and I think he even talks about that in the video as well, is that you have this sustained note on top of all the chords, or at least on the first 4, and then you have this fourth interval moving down, and then at the end of the progression here, I think in the video he basically does this, I think, well, this actually, but that's not so easy to play, and I think on guitar you would probably do this, and then I'm turning this into an A7 and not like an A minor, because we have to leave out a note, and I chose to leave out the C, not the D flat or the C sharp. And then I resolve that to a D minor 6/9. And I mean, essentially this is actually a 3-6-2-5 in A flat that's then resolved to a D minor. So for the third example, well, there are 2 versions of it because I needed to transpose it to get a little bit more playable. If I try to play it, I can play this without the bass notes, well, but it doesn't really seem that practical to play. If you play the original key, I think he plays it down here, then that would be something like this. And you can hear it's kind of hard to get it to connect, and you have to work really hard. So if you play a little bit higher, if I move it well, up an octave and down a minor third, so instead of playing in E flat I'm playing in C, then you get this. Which I think sounds really nice. One thing I really like about this is that we get this part where the melody note, I mean he does that in most of the progressions actually, playing with this idea that we are tying the different chords together by making some, by sort of voice leading the middle part of it and having the same note on top a lot. So, but this part where we move the whole chord except the melody note down a half step like this, and then this is then sort of used as a really strange suspension of an A7 altered. It's really nice. The last example is mostly about triads over bass notes, and you could actually play them with the bass notes in there for the most part. I think that's one of them where you kind of get into trouble, and that's why I'm leaving out the bass note. But essentially it's so the E flat triad over A flat, so that would be essentially this, and then an A flat triad over D flat, and then you get this G minor with a flat 6 in there, and that's this one, and you would have to imagine this bass note, and then to a C major triad. And if I just play the sort of the top part of that, then you get this. And I think what's kind of clear also from the way I'm playing this is that what's happening here is, again, we have a repeating note on the top of the progression, and then we're moving, at least to me, what I hear is like this third interval moving up, and then that's resolved to C major triad. That's my take on how you translate these chord progressions and these voicings to guitar. I think they actually translate quite well, and of course you have to make some choices about what is important and what you want to preserve when you move from one instrument to the other, but I think that is still doable, and I think also these voicings do actually kind of preserve most of it. Of course, if you don't agree with that, or if you have a better idea, then leave a comment on this video. It's always nice to have another point of view or another perspective on it. If this is the first time you see one of my videos, you can of course subscribe to my channel. I publish weekly jazz guitar lessons, and I also have a lot of vlogs on different things with analyzing standards and talking about modern harmony and learning guitar, learning jazz in general. So if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, then check out my channel. And of course, if you never saw Rick's channel, you should definitely check that out. He just started this interview series where he's interviewed Steve Vai and Mark Isham, and it's great to see also because he's really looking into not only jazz and improvisers and famous guitar players, but also just composers and more general things about harmony, which I personally find quite interesting. In any case, check that out. Check out his channel. I'm sure you'll find some stuff you like if you're at least digging my videos. For the rest, there's a lesson coming tomorrow on my channel, so you can of course check that out. That's on Comping the Blues. And thank you for watching, and until next time.